Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker lately? Maybe it's a little harder to stand up from your favorite chair, or climbing the stairs leaves you just a bit more winded than before. Perhaps your arms tremble after holding the groceries, or you feel unusually tired halfway through the day. If any of this sounds familiar, I need you to listen closely, because what I'm about to share may surprise you. You see, some of the very fruits we've been told are healthy might actually be draining your strength. The same ones sitting in your fruit bowl right now. And yet, there are others, simple, natural, and often overlooked, that could quietly rebuild your muscles, boost your balance, and help you walk stronger for years to come. Today, we're going to talk about 7 powerful fruits that support your muscles after 60. And I'll tell you right now, almost no one talks about the final one on this list. But in my opinion, it may be the most important of them all. If you want to avoid walkers, canes, or worse, being bedridden, please stay with me until the end. One of these fruits could be the very thing that keeps you standing on your own 2 feet. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Are you over 60 yourself? Or maybe you have a parent, spouse, or neighbor who could benefit from stronger legs and better energy. Let me know in the comments. And while you're there, if you find today's video helpful, even just a little, type 1. If not, type 0, and let me know what I could do better next time. Your feedback means everything. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us reach more people who need this message. People just like you. Alright, let's begin this journey together. Because what you eat today could shape how you walk tomorrow. And these 7 fruits? They just might be your new best friends. 1. The forgotten fruit, prunes. Let's start with a fruit most folks have overlooked, or honestly avoided, for years, prunes. Yes, those wrinkly, chewy little bites that many of us associate with, well, bathroom troubles. But here's what no one tells you. Prunes may actually be one of the most powerful fruits for aging muscles. For decades, prunes were stuck with an unfair reputation, as if they were only good for digestion. But science has been catching up. And what we've learned is incredible. Prunes are packed with potassium, over 730 milligrams in just 100 grams. That's more than what you'd get from a small banana. Why does that matter? Because potassium is one of the key minerals your muscles depend on to contract smoothly, recover after movement, and prevent those nighttime leg cramps that steal your sleep. But that's not all. Prunes also contain phenolic compounds. These are natural antioxidants that help fight chronic inflammation. And as we age, inflammation becomes one of the quiet culprits behind muscle loss, stiffness, and weakness. These compounds help calm that down gently, but powerfully. And for seniors, here's the bonus. Prunes are an excellent source of vitamin K. This underrated nutrient helps strengthen bones and lowers the risk of fractures. And when your muscles are trying to hold you steady, strong bones make all the difference. In fact, some studies suggest that regular vitamin K intake can cut the risk of hip fractures in older adults by as much as 30%. So, how can you use this humble fruit to your advantage? It's simple. Just 3 to 4 prunes a day, about 25 to 30 grams, is enough to give your muscles a meaningful boost. You can dice them into your morning oatmeal or stir them into plain Greek yogurt for a touch of sweetness and fiber. Want to go a step further? Try soaking them in filtered water overnight. In the morning, drink the liquid too. That's a natural, antioxidant-rich tonic that also helps your digestion, something that tends to slow down after 50. I know they may not look exciting, but trust me, they work quietly in the background, rebuilding what time has worn down. And in my years of medical practice, I've seen this one simple habit make a real difference, especially for seniors who struggle with weakness or balance. So next time you're at the grocery store, don't pass them by. That old box of prunes on the shelf might just be the most underrated muscle medicine in the whole produce aisle. 2. The sweet defender, red grapes. Now let's talk about a fruit that most people love, but few truly appreciate for what it can do behind the scenes. Red grapes. Sweet, juicy, and often tossed into a bowl without a second thought. But these little spheres of flavor? They're doing a whole lot more than satisfying your sweet tooth. Red grapes are what I like to call a sweet defender. Because tucked inside that familiar skin is a powerful nutrient called resveratrol. It's a natural antioxidant that helps protect your muscle tissue from oxidative stress, the kind that builds up quietly with age and slowly chips away at your strength. Resveratrol doesn't just guard your muscles. It also helps regenerate tissue and keeps your blood flowing smoothly, carrying oxygen and nutrients right where they're needed most. And here's where it gets even more interesting. According to the National Institutes of Health, older adults who consume resveratrol-rich foods like red grapes may experience up to 20% slower muscle loss over time. That's not just theory, that's science giving us a roadmap to stay stronger, longer. But resveratrol isn't acting alone. The skin of red grapes is packed with flavonoids, natural compounds that help reduce chronic, low-level inflammation. You might not feel that inflammation, but it's often there, wearing down your mobility, making daily tasks feel heavier, and increasing your risk of falls. These flavonoids help dial that down, giving your body a better chance to hold on to muscle and move with more ease. So how do you make the most of it? Start with a simple habit, 1 cup of red grapes a day. That's all it takes. Want to amplify the benefits? Try pairing them with walnuts or a bit of goat cheese in a fresh salad. The healthy fats actually help your body absorb the antioxidants better. Or, for a refreshing twist, freeze them and enjoy them as a naturally sweet and hydrating treat, especially in the warmer months. And here's a small tip from my kitchen to yours. If you can, choose grapes with thicker skins. They tend to have higher antioxidant content. And don't toss the seeds. If you chew them, you get an extra boost of resveratrol concentrated right at the core. So the next time you reach for a snack, think beyond cookies or chips. A handful of red grapes may seem small, but the strength they offer is anything but. 3. The spicy ally, padron peppers. Now, while red grapes bring a cool, sweet strength to the table, let's turn up the heat just a little. Because the next food on our list is small, green, and often underestimated, but don't be fooled by its mild flavor. This little pepper packs a mighty punch when it comes to muscle health. I'm talking about padron peppers, those tender, bite-sized Spanish peppers you may have seen served as tapas or appetizers. They're usually mild, though every now and then, you'll get a surprise kick. But here's the real surprise. Their health benefits go far beyond their flavor. Each pepper is a powerhouse of vitamin C, with just 100 grams delivering around 120 milligrams, well over the daily recommendation for seniors. Why does that matter? Because vitamin C isn't just for colds, it's crucial for protecting muscle cells from damage, reducing inflammation, and helping your body produce collagen, the protein that keeps your muscles elastic and your joints cushioned. But that's just half the story. Padron peppers also contain capsaicin, the very compound that gives them that gentle heat. Capsaicin helps increase blood flow, bringing oxygen and nutrients into your muscles and speeding up recovery from physical activity. For aging bodies, that means faster bounce back after a walk, fewer aches after gardening, and less stiffness during the day. And don't worry, you don't need to eat them raw or endure a mouthful of fire. The best way to enjoy them is simple and delicious. Sauté 5 to 6 peppers in a bit of extra virgin olive oil, just until they blister. Do that 2 to 3 times a week. Not only is it heart healthy, but the olive oil helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients more effectively. Want to take it one step further? Add a pinch of turmeric while cooking. Turmeric is rich in curcumin, another natural anti-inflammatory that pairs beautifully with the gentle heat of the peppers. Together, they form a flavor-packed combo that supports circulation, eases inflammation, and aids tissue repair. And if you've never cooked with them before, don't worry. They're quick, easy, and bring a touch of Mediterranean flair to your plate. So next time you see these peppers at the farmer's market or grocery store, give them a chance. They may be small, but they're fierce allies in your fight for strength and mobility. And speaking of small but mighty, up next is a wild berry that doesn't get much attention, but may be one of the most powerful tools we have for rebuilding muscle and speeding up recovery. Let's take a closer look at arbutus berries, also known as madrona berries. For the hidden superberry, arbutus, madrona, berries. Now, if padron peppers bring warmth and spice to your muscle recovery, the next fruit adds something even rarer, quiet power wrapped in bright red skin. It's a fruit you won't often find in supermarkets, and that's exactly why it's so special. Let me introduce you to one of nature's hidden treasures, arbutus berries, also known as madrona berries. These little red gems grow wild in the forests of the Pacific Northwest and parts of California. They're small, they're vibrant, and most people walk right past them without realizing just how valuable they are, especially as we age. These berries are absolutely packed with vitamin C, around 250 milligrams per 100 grams, which is more than double what you'd get from the same amount of oranges. And for those of us over 60, that kind of antioxidant power is gold. It helps fight oxidative stress, protect muscle tissue, and repair microscopic damage that builds up after even light activity like walking or stretching. But that's not all. Arbutus berries are also rich in flavonoids and tannins, natural compounds that calm inflammation and speed up recovery after physical exertion. That means less stiffness, fewer aches, and stronger muscles over time. These nutrients don't just preserve your strength, they actively promote regeneration, helping older adults maintain mobility and resist injury. So how do you bring them into your routine? If you're lucky enough to find them fresh, try eating 4 to 5 berries daily. They make a fantastic, tart little snack on their own. Or stir them into a bit of unsweetened yogurt with a pinch of ground ginger. This makes a perfect post-walk treat that's both soothing and muscle-friendly. Feeling creative in the kitchen? Turn them into a natural fruit spread. No sugar needed. Just simmer the berries with a splash of water, mash gently, and spread onto whole grain toast. You'll get a burst of nutrition and a refreshing, tangy flavor that's as unique as the berry itself. Now, I understand, these berries aren't always easy to find. But if you happen to live near a forested area where they grow wild, or stumble across them at a local farmer's market, don't pass them by. They may be modest in appearance, but the health benefits they offer, especially for aging muscles, are anything but ordinary. And the next fruit on our list? It's just as surprising, but much easier to find. In fact, it might already be in your refrigerator right now. Let's talk about one of the most underestimated tropical fruits for muscle support, the golden yellow kiwi. 5. The golden shield, yellow kiwi. If arbutus berries are nature's secret weapon hiding in the wild, then the next fruit is hiding in plain sight. You've probably walked past it dozens of times in the grocery store without realizing just how powerful it can be, especially for aging bodies. I'm talking about the yellow kiwi. Softer, sweeter, and less acidic than its green cousin, this golden fruit may look delicate on the outside, but inside, it holds a powerhouse of nutrients that directly support your muscles, your digestion, and your energy. Let's start with one of its key ingredients, actinidin. It's a natural enzyme that helps break down and absorb protein, which, as you may know, is absolutely essential for maintaining and rebuilding muscle. But here's the catch: as we age, our digestion slows down. And no matter how much protein you eat, if your body can't absorb it properly, your muscles won't benefit. That's where actinitin comes in. It helps unlock the full value of the meals you're already eating. And then there's the vitamin C. Just 100 grams of yellow kiwi, that's about one fruit, delivers 161 milligrams of vitamin C. That's 180% of the recommended daily intake for adults over 50. This nutrient doesn't just support your immune system. It helps reduce inflammation, repair muscle fibers, and protect tissues from oxidative stress after physical activity. The best part? It's delicious and easy to add to your routine. Try eating one yellow kiwi first thing in the morning. Your digestion is more active then, and the natural sugars provide a gentle energy boost without the crash. Want to make it even more effective? Pair it with a few crushed walnuts and a drizzle of raw honey. You'll get a perfect blend of antioxidants, healthy fats, and muscle-building nutrients in one simple bowl. You can also slice and freeze yellow kiwi for a refreshing midday snack. It's hydrating, naturally sweet, and soothing after a walk or light workout. The texture stays soft, and the flavor actually gets bolder when it's chilled. So next time you're shopping, look for that golden skin. The yellow kiwi isn't just a fruit, it's a shield. One that protects your muscles, supports digestion, and gives your body the tools it needs to stay active and strong. Coming up next is a fruit you may have seen hanging from backyard trees, especially in the summertime. It's vibrant, slightly tart, and carries a rare compound that can help stop muscle loss in its tracks. Let's take a closer look at the often overlooked powerhouse known as the loquat. 6. The backyard secret, loquats. Now, while the yellow kiwi offers tropical sweetness and digestive support, the next fruit on our list might be growing just a few steps from your back door, especially if you live in a warmer climate. It's not flashy. It's not trendy. But it just might be your secret weapon for stronger muscles and better balance. I'm talking about the loquat, that small, golden orange fruit you've probably seen hanging from backyard trees in late spring or early summer. They're soft, slightly tangy, and refreshingly sweet, but their real power lies beneath the skin. You see, loquats contain something truly remarkable, ursolic acid. This plant compound has been studied for its ability to preserve and even build muscle mass, especially in older adults. According to research referenced by the American Heart Association, regular intake of ursolic acid has been linked to improved strength, endurance, and a lower risk of falls. A critical win for those of us looking to stay mobile well into our 70s and 80s. But that's just the beginning. Loquats are also a natural source of potassium, which supports healthy muscle contractions, carotenoids, which help protect muscle cells from oxidative damage, and soluble fiber, which improves digestion and nutrient absorption, two things that tend to decline with age but are essential for maintaining strength. So how do you bring loquats into your daily routine? Start by enjoying 4 to 6 ripe fruits after light exercise, like a brisk walk or a gentle stretch session. Their natural sugars help replenish energy, and the nutrients go straight to work in supporting muscle recovery. Want to give them an extra healing boost? Try this simple recipe. Simmer loquats with a sprinkle of cinnamon and a splash of fresh lemon juice, then drizzle with a touch of extra virgin olive oil before serving. Not only does this create a delicious, warming compote, it also enhances the absorption of the carotenoids and makes for a satisfying post-activity snack. And here's a comforting thought. Sometimes the most powerful remedies aren't found in a bottle or a pill, but right in your own backyard. If you've got access to a loquat tree, count yourself lucky. You've got a strength booster growing on your property. Now, if you thought that was impressive, just wait until you meet our next fruit. It may be small and deep purple, but it's loaded with natural compounds that not only protect your muscles, they also sharpen your mind and support coordination as you age. Let's take a closer look at the quiet powerhouse known as the wild blackberry. 7. The wild strengthener, wild blackberries. If loquats are the hidden gems of your backyard, then the next fruit on our list is the wild survivor of the forest, quiet, strong, and packed with healing power in every bite. I'm talking about wild blackberries. Now, these aren't just a sweet summer treat. These deep purple berries are nature's resilience boosters, and they offer a rare combination of nutrients that support both your muscles and your mind. You see, aging gracefully isn't just about keeping your legs strong. It's also about maintaining your balance, your memory, and your confidence with every step. Wild blackberries are rich in anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that gives them their rich color and their powerful anti-inflammatory punch. Along with vitamin C and manganese, these compounds help fight off the silent inflammation that gradually wears away your muscle strength. They also support tissue repair and protect your muscle fibers from damage during recovery. But here's what really caught my attention as a doctor. Data from the National Institute on Aging shows that eating wild blackberries regularly may help reduce muscle breakdown by up to 25% in adults over 65. That's a major boost, especially for anyone worried about losing strength, coordination, or independence with age. And it gets even better. Wild blackberries also support brain health and memory, two things deeply connected to physical stability. Better memory means fewer missteps, fewer falls, and a better quality of life overall. When your brain and muscles are both supported, you feel more confident walking, moving, and engaging with the world around you. So how can you bring them into your day? It's easier than you think. Start by tossing a handful of wild blackberries into your morning oatmeal or blend them into a smoothie with baby spinach and a spoonful of flaxseed oil. The omega-3s, antioxidants, and fiber all work together to reduce inflammation and support long-term strength. In the warmer months, try freezing the berries and adding them to a glass of sparkling water with a lemon slice. A refreshing, antioxidant-rich drink that hydrates and nourishes your muscles at the same time. And if you're lucky enough to have wild blackberries growing near you, pick them fresh, wash gently, and enjoy them raw. Their flavor is richer, their nutrition more potent, and their impact powerful. Remember, staying strong isn't about doing big things all at once. It's about making small, smart choices every single day. And these little berries? They may be small, but their benefits are mighty. Now that we've explored these 7 strength-boosting fruits, you might be wondering, are there any fruits I should avoid? The answer is yes. And up next, I'll share 2 that could quietly be working against your muscles, even as they seem healthy on the outside. Let's take a look. Fruits you should avoid. Now that we've walked through 7 powerful fruits that can help you stay strong, active, and independent, it's time to look at the other side of the coin. Because while some fruits nourish and repair your muscles, others can quietly sabotage your strength. And most people don't even realize it. Let's start with the first one. High glycemic tropical fruits, especially when they're overly ripe or come canned in syrup, like soft bananas, lychees, or mango chunks in juice. Sure, they taste sweet and feel refreshing. But beneath the surface, they spike your blood sugar, triggering a chain reaction that leads to insulin resistance. Over time, that disrupts how your body uses and stores protein, the very building block your muscles need to stay firm and functional. The result? Gradual muscle breakdown, even if you're eating healthy. And even worse, that blood sugar roller coaster can increase fatigue, leave you feeling weaker during the day, and add extra strain to your joints. Fruit number 2 is one that's hiding in many pantries, especially if you buy snacks labeled as natural. I'm talking about commercial dried fruit mixes with added sugar. You've seen them, little pouches of raisins, cranberries, dried pineapple, or fruit snacks marketed as guilt-free treats. But many of these are loaded with preservatives, artificial sweeteners, and additives that do real harm. They deplete your magnesium, a mineral your muscles need to relax and recover. And they fuel inflammation that leads to pain, stiffness, and slower healing. So here's a simple rule of thumb I tell my patients. Always check the label. If sugar is listed before the fruit, put it back. It's not for your muscles, it's for your sweet tooth. And that trade-off just isn't worth it. Remember, not all fruits are created equal. The right ones can support your energy, strength, and stability for years to come. But the wrong ones? They quietly chip away at everything you've worked so hard to protect. So be wise with what you choose. Your muscles will thank you. And as we head into the final thoughts, I want to leave you with a message that goes beyond the kitchen. Let me leave you with this. Your muscles are not just tissue. They're not just about strength or size. They are the foundation of your freedom. The freedom to walk through the park, to hold your grandchild's hand, to stand and cook your favorite Sunday meal. The freedom to live life on your own terms. But aging changes the body. And if we're not careful, the very foods we believe are helping us may be quietly draining that freedom away. That's why today's message matters. Because even something as simple as choosing the right fruit, just one small change, can support your balance, reduce pain, and give you the energy to keep moving with confidence. So if this video helped you, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a loved one, a neighbor, or a friend who's been feeling a little slower lately. You never know, a bowl of prunes, a few frozen grapes, a handful of wild blackberries, that might be all it takes to prevent a fall, ease a leg cramp, or restore someone's sense of independence. If you found this valuable, please type 1 in the comments. And if there's something you'd like to see improved, type 0 and tell me. I read every single response. Your feedback helps shape future videos and keeps this community growing stronger together. And of course, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. The next video will take this even further, with surprising foods and habits that protect your muscles, your bones, and your memory after 60. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and take care of those legs. They've carried you through a lifetime of moments. Let's make sure they carry you even further, with strength, stability, and joy.